Yeah. So this demonstration kind of goes kind of demonstrates how I went about designing and then creating an application that allows for data communication. This is just basically phase one of experimenting with different frameworks. So yeah, this application pulls data, or I kind of downloaded the data set from Kaggle. It's healthcare data set. So what it does is that you would load your CSV data set. So you would load that part. Let's say open, and then it loads that data set. You get a visualization of it. So as you can see, it consists of patients. So this is not real patient. This is synthetic data. So it has the age, all the fields that would be there, like in a patient's data set. So what the application does is that it kind of queries or communicates with this data using a large language model. In this case, I used ChatGPT and a framework called LangChain to kind of handle that communication. So as a user, let's say as a user or a data analyst or someone who's researching, you would ask it questions like, can, let's say, can you give me, let's say, top two patients, right? So patients who are, let's say, who are age, so between, my English is kind of pathetic, who are aged between, let's say, 25 to 30 and have, let's say, a blood type, right? Blood type of let's say O positive. Let's say if you ask it, so it's running the processing. So the disadvantages of this application is that it takes time. So firstly, the framework itself is slow, and then secondly, the interaction of the LangChain and the ChatGPT is slow, which reduces its response time. Let's give it some time. It'll respond. Okay, so it responded. So yeah, as you can see from its response, it says, so chatbot response, the top two patients were between age 25 and have a blood type of O positive R. Okay, Michael Morgan. As you can see age perfect between the ages of 25 and 30. Blood type is positive. And then it has like a second person, right? And then you can give it like, you can ask it another question. Let's ask it another question. Let's say, can you give me, let's say, can you give me a count? Let's say, can you give me, let's say, a total count of the patients, right? Patients who have diabetes, right? How do you spell that? Diabetes. Okay, and let's add another conditional filter and are female. Let's say female. Okay, and then you can ask it again. Oh, it responded. Okay, so from the chatbot it says the total count of patients who have diabetes or female is 825. I can't verify that right now, but I can verify that using a Python script. So essentially what this does is that it simplifies the process of querying datasets, finding insight from dataset, right? So it reduces the technicality involved. So for example, the requirement would be knowing how to write a Python script to read a pandas data frame. So from this, we kind of trying to reduce it to a simple interface where you query the data through natural language, right? So yeah, so I think additionally moving on, making iterations on this would be connecting it to multiple databases, or connecting it to a database that is like a SQL, or connecting it to other data sources like APIs, seeing that how limited this is, and the user interface, you'd have to download the file and then unzip it. But yeah,